Hello, this is Robert. I'm a tax attorney here at TRP, and we're going to go over the 3 different types of offer in compromise for the IRS. And the most common type is doubt as to collectability. Then there's also doubt as to liability and effective tax administration. So first we'll go over doubt as to collectability. And it's the most popular of the 3 different types because, frankly, it's the easiest to get. Even if you qualify for the other 2, we're still going to submit a doubt as to collectability offer for you because it's easier to get accepted. And really all you're showing in most cases of doubt as to collectability is that you're insolvent or you're barely making it each month and you really just can't pay the tax debt. Most people on a really fixed income can get that really easily. You really don't even need our help sometimes, and we'll have our tax help guide linked below, and you can also see the link here. It's trp.tax/taxhelp, and there's a guide on how to do the entire thing yourself. Next up, doubt as to liability offer in compromise. If you believe the tax amount owed is incorrect or you do not owe it at all, you would do this type of offer in compromise. If there's already a final court judgment or decision on your case, this type of offer in compromise is not available. So when you just don't owe it at all, there's some error or something like that, that's where you're going to submit this doubt as to liability. These are hard to get, and unless it's really clear facts, it's not something we usually submit for people. The next type is exceptional circumstances offer in compromise, also known as effective tax administration. Now, this type of offer in compromise is basically a plea for help when you won't qualify for a doubt as to collectability offer in compromise. You have enough to pay the debt in full, but for some reason it would cause an extreme economic hardship or be unfair for you to pay it. Sound hard to get? Well, it is. This is the least successful type of offer in compromise. The reason, better be good for the IRS to forgive the debt when you can full pay it. And if you really have some extraordinary circumstances, there is a possibility you can get an offer like this accepted. However, the cases are few and far between, and don't really rely on some tax relief salesperson telling you you're going to get that because the odds are not that high for it. An example where it might be accepted, though, is where you got home equity, but moving would be impossible. For example, you have a house that's set up for a disabled person, or say someone that's, super short and they need to be able to use all the appliances properly, and the home equity would pay off the tax debt. Well, in that situation, you might get an effective tax administration, but you can also submit a doubt as to collectability and ask them to not include the house equity in that situation, and we've actually had that be successful. Not the disabled situation, but asking for the home equity to be excused for other reasons. And I think sometimes submitting a doubt as to collectability in that situation might make more sense. And I'll give you an example in our case. We had someone where their house was worth $30,000, and if they were to move, they would not be able to afford rent for more than a couple of years if they had the $30,000, maybe 2 to 4 years. So practically, if they used the IRS's calculation that they theoretically would sell their home, well, they wouldn't be able to afford a place to live. And in that case, they accepted a doubt as to collectability offer. So not everyone qualifies, and some offers might be quite complex. So don't really just believe anyone telling you you're getting an offer in compromise. And if you're not really sure, you can check out the IRS's Pre-Qualifier Tool, and we'll have a link to that below. That thing's not always accurate as well. So you can also check our guide at trp.tax/taxhelp and look at the offer in compromise section and see if it's something you think you might qualify for. And if you're totally unsure and you might want someone to do it for you, go ahead to trp.tax/start, and one of our expert tax attorneys will be there for a consultation and walk you through it. You can also call us at 888-515-4TAX. That's 888-515-4829. Last, if you got any questions or comments, just post them below or post them on one of our guides, and one of our expert tax attorneys will answer for you. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.